Here. Here they are.
Hello there, horror hounds. I'm Janet, a.k.a. the Mummy.
And I'm Grimgory, the Monkey.
And together we host
The
Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. Friday nights on Facebook Live.
That's right, and we're here to induct Drac from the Frank and Drac Show.
Congratulations, Drac. He was a late-night legend on WOIO Channel 19 in Cleveland, Ohio in the late 80s.
That's right, and we are so happy for you, man. You know what? And it sucks that we can't be there, yeah.
Yeah, it really bites.
Yeah, you know what? We would like to raise a toast to you with a couple of glasses of wine, but we both here know that you don't drink wine. Congratulations, buddy. Yeah, woohoo!
Congratulations. And
Thank you, Jason. Yes. Wow. Thank you very much. Before we get started, I'd like to clear the air. I have a statement to make. It wasn't me. I never touched her. It was Harvey Weinstein.
we know.
I am Count Dracula, Prince of Darkness, King of the Vampires. Of course, the King of the Vampires thing, you know, that's kind of like an honorary title. What that means is every year I'm responsible for organizing the vampire bake sales, flea markets, all that kind of stuff. So don't think I'm being delusional here. It's an honor to be inducted along with the rest of the class of 2019. And I'd like to thank my friends, the Mummy and the Monkey. Aren't they wonderful? Do you follow them online? I love them. They're great. I'd also like to thank a big shout out to Halloween Jack, who's not here.
Yeah.
And to thank everybody on the committee who put Frank and Drac on the ballot this year. Let's hear for them. Since they'll be watching this later at home, I'd like to thank my parents, Bob and Mary and Dracul, who have put up with all my nonsense for centuries. And I'd like to thank, of course, the Countess Stephanie, who made sure I was ready to roll today. She pulled up the video that you watched earlier. She made sure that my shirt was snow white. She's very good with bloodstains. She's also put up with, in just the last few days, an official Frank and Drac fan page. We have about 11 members so far. I'd like you to tell all your friends, just let them know we'll let anybody into the dump, even you. Yeah, we let you in. So please join the page. And I'd like to thank all of the fans who voted for Frank and Drac. It was very gratifying. And for those of you who didn't vote for Frank and Drac and say, what are they putting those goofballs on the ballot for? Hey, you know what? Thank you. I'm glad you appreciated that, because you know what we say in Transylvania. Thank them if they can't take a joke. And I would be remiss without thanking the iconic Bela Lugosi. Which is something Martin Landau didn't get to do when he won an Oscar play. This has been a great year for this old vampire media persona, because in addition to being inducted into the Hall of Fame later this year, I'm going to be published. I have a short story that's going to be in a book. Let me make sure I get the title right. You have to excuse me, but during the day I'm blind as a bat. It's called Chillers, Tales Inspired by Classic Horror Films. It's been compiled by Brad Braddock. It's going to be published by Midnight Marquee. Speaking of scary monsters, their cover artist Scott Jackson has done a wonderful cover. I have a story in it called Cryptic. Countess Stephanie has one called The Open Window. By the way, did I mention Countess Stephanie's my personal handler? We also have stories from other fan favorites like Christopher Gauthier, 2019 Rondo Award nominee Kurt McCoy, Frank Delastrido, Greg Mank, and many others. So, in closing, I'd like to say, in the beginning, Marconi created radio. And to it they added the cathode ray tube, which gave us light and television, and it was good. And from the light sprang Vampira, who begat Zachary, who begat Goulardi. Do I hear an amen? Amen. Who begat Houlihan and Big Chuck and Little John. Who begat the Ghoul? Who begat Elvira? Who begat the son of Ghoul? I bet those were some labor pains. And I want to say what an honor it is to be inducted along all those other names that I have just mentioned. People that I know, some of them personally, and this touches this old vampire's heart, and not with a stake. And I think, in closing, I speak for all of the horror hosts from the 1960s, 70s, 80s, when I say, we all looked a hell of a lot better when we had all our hair. Thank you. Nobody's getting this, it'll end up on eBay.